I know. I said we weren't going to do as many drive videos. But to be honest, I miss you guys already. What can I say? So, I lied. We're just going to do drive videos. Anyway, so guys, the duping bug, right? Just released that video. So a lot of people are like, well, how do you dupe? Honestly, I have no idea how some of these people go about duping. If I can surmise because of the bug or the exploit, like I said last night, I don't know if there's something to do where it starts to, automatically duplicate itself, or you can duplicate it for a lot less. I am not entirely sure. Say they buy a couple chance cubes, and instead of, them getting the 4 or 5 chance cubes they bought, the system gives them 10. So they go and like, okay, well, it gave me, wait, what? It gave me 10. And then they go do it again, and the system's like, okay, you ordered 5. Here's 5 free. And it does that. So that could be exactly what happens. I know there's a crafting duping exploit in Fallout 76. Dupers were putting like insane amounts of ammo on the vendors and that stuff. And then you can also turn that over for caps. So, and this whole idea of it helping the economy, it just does not make sense, because the percentage of credits that go to the GTN or the cartel, to the huts, is minuscule in the amount of credits that are spent on said items. Like if you bought those for 400 and some ungodly amount of millions of credits, which I just, no. Even someone who has a good amount of credits, I would never buy that. I wouldn't. And like I said, if you want to go under the radar, you only do it a couple times, and you do it at small batches. You don't hedge all your bets on a couple pages of stacks of 500. You just don't do that. You're asking. You're pretty much calling BioWare going, hey, can you ban me? Just reasons. So, yeah, on that one, I just don't get it. I don't get the mentality on that one, and yeah, it's just whatever. I mean, I can understand if someone accidentally does something on accident. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of us have somehow come down, something has happened to where we got a little extra than we probably should have gotten in our games. And for the most part, I think most people just glance over it because they're so like, I'm just going to buy this. Okay, I'm good. Let's go. Or if they craft something, they don't realize, hey, there's an extra one in my bank. What's that there for? Well, I don't know. And they don't really see that until like later on. Like, oh, hey, I thought I got rid of that. Oh, okay, whatever. For the most, 99.9% of the time, I think when little bugs like that happen, people just don't even realize it. But then you have people like this guy who apparently, realized it. And I have no idea what's happening with the black on black dye scheme market and the white on white. I hear that there's been some duping there, so that's been being flooded. I think going for like 1 million or so each. Every server is different. I believe it got fixed on Satil Sean, but still, it's kind of like, what's going on? I just don't get it. Just work hard for what you want, and be fair about it, and make sure you're not screwing over someone else. To get to where you need to go. If you want to get anywhere in life, you need to do it fairly. And yes, you need to work your butt off. That's why, when Jason Schreiber and I got in a bit of a tiff on the Twitters, when he was talking about the Fortnite founder, CEO dude, makes $7 billion, and some of that money needs to be taken away from him and given to other people who need it. As much as I think your heart might be in the right place, 1, it's not up to you. 2, it should never be up to the government. And 3, work for it if you want it. Now, this is my whole thing. It's like, in one of my arguments, I wanted to talk to him, but he just stopped talking to me, because he never responded back to one of my other retorts. And I was nice and civil, which you should always be nice and civil in when you're having a debate like that, with any opposing view or anything like that. What I wanted to say was, listen, you put hundreds of hours into your articles. You put hundreds of hours into creating something, just like a developer does. And you should be fairly compensated for it. Yes, is there some times that people at McDonald's aren't being fairly compensated? Here's my view. You're working at McDonald's. That should be a step up career type thing. It's not meant to be a career. That's the thing. For my kids, it's like, heck yeah, go work at McDonald's as your first job, but let that teach you some things and then move forward. That's what those jobs, entry-level jobs, are supposed to be. So, no, I don't believe people who have not earned the compensation should get it because they haven't earned it. And I'm a big believer in, like, hey, if you want something, earn it. That's what you need to do. So this whole mentality of, like, the people who haven't earned it should get some. No. Just get off your butt and do it yourself. Just, there you go. That's what my grandfather did. He came up and he was not the richest man in the world. His parents owned an apartment their entire lives. And he went to college. He got his finance and marketing, and then he became one of the vice presidents of Alliance Capital, or is it Liberty? One of the two. One of the big finance stock market groups. He became the vice president of. Was he uberly rich? No, but he shows from where you can come from to be where you are, and that should be a testament to anyone. I know my best friend back in California, Grant, black man, 80 years old. We would just sit there at the gas station I used to work at. We would just sit there on weekends and just laugh and make fun of everyone. And he was the one who told me to listen. If you want to believe what you believe, you need to challenge what you believe. Go into the cities, go into the inner cities, see who's leading what, see who's doing this, take what you believe and test it. And because of that, I am who I am today. And he is a testament of someone who's 80 years old, who has actually lived through, that time period, and became a college professor, made a lot of money, pulled himself by his own bootstraps, got himself out of poverty, got his family out of poverty, and married the sweetest and most beautiful lady in the world. And, he sadly has passed away, but that man, through his experiences, changed my life. And he would be the first one to tell you, Jason Shriver, even the dupers, if you want something, get off your butt and earn it. And so, yeah, and that's something I pass on not only to my lineage, but I pass on to everyone else. It's kind of like, no, if you want it, work for it, earn it. Don't expect someone else to give you something. Yes, there's charity. Yes, man, I'm getting on my high horse today, aren't I? Yes, there's charity, and people should be willing to freely give upon their own volition. People should not be forced to give, because the moment you start forcing people to give, people start going, I'm just not going to then. So prove you, buddy. So yeah, I get a lot of arguments with some people, and yeah, no, I have been called racist. I have been called everything underneath the sun, and it's fun. It's fun. At this point, I just laugh at people like that who just like, listen, this is not how that works, and you can't just start throwing out names and hoping it sticks without any actual evidence to back up your claim. You just look like a fool and a moron. So there's my thing on that one. But it's, it all coincides, right? If you want something, earn it. Yeah, there's people like, I'm going to do all this duping stuff. No one's going to stop me. SOTOR will stop you. BioWare, a lot of these dev companies take great umbrage with this kind of stuff, because as I've, talked to the devs, we talk about cartel coins. Cartel coins, in a sense, relate to real world money. So, yeah, when, they lose, the company loses out when say there's a cartel coin duping exploit. Not saying there is, but say there is, the BioWare loses out too, and you don't want the company to lose out. You don't want them to start taking stuff away because of some idiot out there who's like, I'm going to do all this stuff and become SOTOR rich. It's like, okay, you can become SOTOR rich, and then they'll take it away from you, and then you're just left in your basement with your Hot Pockets and your mommy and your box of tissues. That's right, I said it. But so that's just my thing. You might not agree, and party on. You might not. Hey, guess what? Like I always say, we're individuals. We all have the right to believe what we want to believe. And I will never, and you know this, man, I'm ranty pants today. I will never, ever try to silence what you want to say. Ever. You will never find a bigger supporter of your speech than me. Now, if you're going out there going, we should kill cats and yes, commit serial killing. Be like, okay, yo, I can't back you on that one. I'm sorry, I'm out. I can't back, well, cats maybe. No. But yeah, it's like, no, I can't back you on that one. I'm sorry right there. Anything else I would have backed you on, but not this one. But yeah, it's just like, oh, good Lord. Why are people dumb? It's like all these cheaters, these win traders. It's like, really? You're really just hurting yourself and everyone else. Through all this thing, you're like, look at me. I got all these wins. I got all these ranks. It's like, you don't get outside much. You don't have a girlfriend, do you? Just wondering, just for science, I'm just guessing that you really don't. But anyways, that's my 2 cents. I don't know why I went ranty on that one, but I did. And it is what it is. So I don't apologize, and I love you, and I think everyone's great, and I'm sorry, not sorry. And all that jazz. My friends, have a good one. Remember to hit the like button, hit the share button, and all that jazz. My friends, I love you. You are great. Remember, if you want it, earn it, work for it. There you go. Nothing should be handed to you. Except the tissue when you sneeze, because that's just being polite. Anyways, guys, I love you. You're great. Have a good one. Peace out.